First blood spills. I demand more.
I mean, he's in that mid lane, so he's got that
MSS
T1 mid
bottom
tower.
lane. This may be the first blood as Old 11 rotates over, starts at the Firefly, needs a little bit more sticky napalm at MSS, starts his TP, Flame Break has no stunts, but Old 11 with 2 points up in the Whirling Death has just enough damage. The tier 1 and the tier 2 tower taken by MP. Now they mass TP into the mid to stop Sylar and LaNm from doing their thing. Envy starts to spin, looking for that moment over on the Bane. He's still got the Nightmare available. Old 11 here in the mid lane, 2 on the blink forward. Lasso dragging back Envy. The Roar is on Bane, so there's no extra Nightmare. All Brains have to help out EHOME. And they have to back out. That was EHOME's first initiation with the Blink Dagger. He doesn't have that Fiend's Grip available yet.
That's coming mid for a Lasso, perhaps.
Blink Lasso, he got it. He's going to drag back Rose, and into the purification of Garder. Rose will definitely fall out from here.
I think Old 11's recognizing, like, as much as you want to kill cores when you get that blink.
Where are you off to, Sylar? There's a smoke maneuver from MP. The Observer Ward's up on the hillside for only another 5 seconds, but it's enough time now. Sylar can see his own demise being roared out on the top rune. He just came down there for that and gets really nothing for it. Nice blink away from Old 11. Actually dodged almost a point-blank Crypt Swarm from AUI. To get back behind the tier 1 tower, Old Chicken's down, fresh sentry, just in case they can see him, because they'll scout out the Observer Ward that's got placed as well. So Bane will take care of this. Old Chicken still waiting for the perfect time under the cover of that Invis rune, right on Envy. They start with the purification. Now the Lasso, also dragging Envy back behind the tower. He couldn't see it coming, and now tries to spin himself away, but the Fiend's Grip is up. Envy is locked in position. AUI is trying to help them out. And with the GA, AUI knows there's no killing here. Has to one charge up, was a little bit worried about the tick damage coming out from the Flame Break.
Have the tools they need up there if they want to bring the Lycan in to push it.
Envy, he actually walked straight past Old 11. He didn't see him, he went through the tree line, and now Rose is open. Old 11 flies a very wild Flame Break, but Rose will still die. Envy had a potential early warning system because he walked on the other side of the tree line to Old 11. Now NP want a little bit more. They'll actually charge themselves forward. AUI still no time lapse up, but with the Envy Omni Slash in, he'll go for Old 11. Now it's up to Old Chicken to punish him. Envy starts to spin TP. Leaves the rest of his teammates to get out. And they look for an opening. Blink Lasso. It's over on the Beastmaster thanks to the Arcane Rune. Sylar is very happy to trigger off that dog form. Chasing up after MSS. Finds the kill. And EHOME arriving in force. The only one who's not there is Garder, who's up on top lane trying to complete this mech. They need that if they want to go high ground. No sentry ward being planted down beforehand, so EHOME, if they want to dodge, they can do so. There's Observer Wards up on the hillside near Roshan. Sylar's keeping the Lycan Wolves just a little bit further to the left, so they can see the Hawk coming in. And now MSS starts with the Roar, Necropooks are up, and they actually hold him! The Nightmare cancelling off EE's ulti. Omni Slash massively ineffective. Now the Guardian Angel as well in the Fiend's Grip, keeping Envy in position. They're just controlling up the biggest net worth with MP, and that's the Juggernaut. Silence has already gone down. They're fighting inside the Firefly. Sylar has himself a double kill, and Envy's on the run. The dog, or actually his Old Chicken, chains over. The Chakram slows him down. Whirling Death's available, but of course EE spin back off cooldown, TP's away to safety, but they lose the fight, and now they'll lose Roshan.
Levels on the Omni Knight, so he's almost got the max repel. Level 3 is going to be good enough for them, and they're going to force NP to make a very difficult high ground defense.
Well, we thought we might have had a long game, but right now it looks like this is all in EHOME's side of the court. NP, they must defend this. The smoke up, Envy and MSS trying to loop around the backside of EHOME and pincer in the team if they can do it. The Rax has already gone down. They want the fight. MSS roars in. Global Silence. The Omni Slash starting up. They focus down the Bane, but it's not in. There goes the GA. They don't have the damage output. Even with the purification of Brain Sap, Bane's up to half-life again. MP, for all their initiation, have done no damage, and now we'll start losing heroes. SVG will drop. The Bane did eventually die, but it's a 1-for-1 trade-off. You've still lost your melee Rax.
Finding that window where you just got the Necro 3.
Look at Envy, he just bails out. He's taking the tier 1 tower in mid lane as the only way he can see a way to stop this EHOME push.
That is brutal. Taking it, I mean, they already got the melee Rax. If anything, EHOME's like, well, we can ignore that range Rax and now go for another side lane once the Bane's back. Bane now has a gem as well.
Well, it's a sad state for NP. EHOME now coming into the bottom, the Blink Lasso, perfect is there again. They got the Silencer. The Global Silence was still on cooldown, so that didn't matter as much. but there's still one hero dead, making this a 5-on-4. You've got MSS waiting for that maneuver around the back. He does have the level 3 Necro books up, as Sylar keeps his push going with his own Necro books. These things will time out in just a bit, and now MSS. The Roar is out with the Necro books. They have the Silencer back with the Global Silencer. Batrider protected by the 9-man. The stun's on the Timbersaw, but again, MP, they initiate with stuns, but there's no damage. In fact, it's EHOME with a Fiend Script to keep MSS out. SVG dying in the tree lines. He's locked in and can't go anywhere thanks to the Chakram that's just sitting there. Garder is low, and he may go down finally. Yes, the Weaver can find a kill, but lose his life instantly after. MP, they're dropping like flies at the moment. They can maybe buy back someone. The Weaver is the only one who's got it. Envy with the spin, doing some damage. The 4-star's up from Old 11. He's got the distance. He's also got the jump, but he's also got a blink away from Envy. Old Chicken, whirl him down. Nothing but death. And MP, well, Old Chicken's going to timber chain himself back in again. Is he really thinking this fight's going to continue?
I mean, he can 1v2 those guys. He cannot be killed by a Weaver and a Silencer at this point, but
he's got teammates. He's got the Omni Knight. He's got great support from the rest of his teammates, and they're looking to go again. Bottom lane, SVG out just a little bit too far. They start with the Yule Scepter. Old 11's actually not even expending his lasso because he knows he doesn't need it. The purification damage is just too much. And SVG dies in the bot lane and dead for full 30 seconds.
Yeah, good control knowing that he didn't need the lasso in.
Almost useless. Even if he jumps on the Timber, it's going to do nothing. So they just push. It's wonderful from an EHOME perspective. And MP needs something to get them back into this game.
Looking for a good initiation here, Toby.
Now blink up. There's your Global Silence. Rose will stop the lasso from happening. The Timbersaw's probably the most isolated. MSS just runs all the way up. They're focusing and running deep on the Omni Knight. Where is this damage with the Omni Knight? Garder's almost down. Makes it into the tree lines. They don't find the kill. The Fiend Script holds AUI in position. Envy will find one kill, but it's an Omni Knight. That's all he kills. In the meantime, the rest of his team are pushing up the daisies. SVG is with him. Sun's on the Batrider, but EHOME, they smell blood in the water and they're circling like sharks. SVG will die. Old Chicken will take care of that. The question is, does Envy go with him? Maybe that question doesn't even matter.
Sylar
They're
knows his
TPing to the tier 3 towers. They're taking it, and GG. Not even 30 minutes on the clock, and EHOME take game 1 against NP.
I mean, just very well executed strategy there. I mean, you can see it at the end. I mean, 4 heroes chasing NP. The one that's not, it's Sylar on the Lycan. He's like, all right, I'm going to keep hitting buildings. That's why I got to play Lycan today. And we get to see a Lycan win as EHOME take game 1.
It was not enough.